Hello and thanks for clicking. I'm Mark Morse. Today I was going to make a completely different video. I had a whole different video I was going to make. But last night when I got home from my niece's house, we were watching movies and playing some PlayStation. I got home late and there was a package waiting from me from David of Garage Geek.
Welcome to Friday Night Chats with Garage Geek. I hope everyone had a great week.
And it was some of the most exciting VCLT I've received because it has one of my Beatles Grails in there that I've pretty much given up on ever obtaining because it's hard to find, and then when you do find it, it's so expensive I could never justify spending the money on it. And that arrived last night and I was so excited. I decided today I would do a thank you video for David and kind of show you what he sent me. I'm going to tease you, and I know I have disguised the Beatles Grail record so well in my thumbnail you'll never guess what it is. But I'm going to leave that for the last thing, just to keep you hanging on there. David, check out his channel, I'll link to him below. He not only is a record collector, but he collects a lot of other things, books and comics, and he's a puzzle guy, a jigsaw puzzle guy. He collects so much stuff, it's unbelievable. So it's not solely just records. So he sent me a bunch of stuff he knows I'm interested in. I'm going to go through the non-vinyl gifts fairly quickly because I know you want to get to that surprise ending with the Beatles Grail. First, he sent me some books. He knows I love Frank Kafka. Now, if you listen closely, you can hear my dog chewing on a bone in the background. I know there's been some question about what that weird noise is. Morton Estad identified it correctly, but I give my dog a bone to keep her occupied during these videos. So that's what you're hearing. She's really loud today. Anyway, he got me The Metamorphosis. This is a book, Franz Kafka, of course. This is a book I have, but this is a much more interesting cover than what I have. Of course, this is his. He also got me Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. So my two big literary influences are classic Russian literature and beatnik literature. I love those things. I just got into them early on and I've just always loved them. Dostoevsky, particularly The Brothers Karamazov, is one of my all-time favorite books. Of course, this classic I've read a couple times. Great author. And speaking of the beatnik generation, this is The Dharma Bums by Jack Kerouac. So Jack Kerouac officially kind of kicked off the beatnik or the beat generation with his book On the Road. This is one of his books. I told David that I had lost this book in what I call the water pipe incident from decades ago. I had an apartment in town and it was a basement apartment. It was a really cool apartment though. It had a built-in bookcase and I put all the books I loved and valued the most in that bookcase. It was built into the wall. Came home from work one day, the water pipe had broke right above that bookcase, ruined all my favorite books, and this was one that was in there. So I haven't owned a copy of this since then, so I'm grateful to have that. Then, I'm not going to go through this like I did those books. He got me this DV set of film noir. Love the genre. I haven't seen all these, by the way, so I have not. I thought I would have seen them all, but there are some on here I haven't seen. Looking forward to watching these, David. Now let's get to the 2 vinyl records that he showed that he got me. The first one is the Bee Gees, Odessa, and this is from 1969, and this is a super cool record. I didn't realize how cool it was until I started reading up on it. This is not the Bee Gees you would expect. When I was an adolescent, when I thought of Bee Gees, I thought of Staying Alive. I thought of their disco era, and I was not a fan of the Bee Gees during that era. But my girlfriend at the time said, you know, they did stuff before this, and she kind of introduced me to the earlier Bee Gees stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's not so bad. This is really an odd record because it's a concept album. I've only listened to one album that's a 2-record set, but it sounds beautiful. It's really kind of cool. It's a lot cooler than you would think. Came out in 1969. This is real velvet. It's insane. It's and there's the gatefold. Odessa is a fictional ship that wrecked. I'll tell you more when I listen to the whole thing. But one of the things I thought was cool was, or interesting, was when I was reading up on it, they had to stop making this velvet cover because so many workers at the record plant were allergic to this, and it caused a lot of problems with allergies and stuff. Plus it was hard to produce. So this is pretty rare. I didn't realize what he had sent me, but I'm looking forward to finishing this too, David, and it's just a super cool record. Now for the main thing, and I confirmed this with David. He did this on purpose. So I get that box last night. I'm opening it up, and I see the movies, I see the books, I see the Bee Gees, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, this is cool. Then the very last thing underneath the Bee Gees was Let It Be Naked on vinyl. Let It Be Naked on vinyl. I have been looking for this since I've restarted my record collection. My very first thing I wanted to do was get all the Beatles albums back on vinyl. This was the only one I could not find, or not find at a decent price that I could afford. And let me tell you, I was in shock. I was in shock when I opened it, when I saw what this was. And so Brian from Embryonic Robot can tell you a lot more about this record than I can, because he loves this record. So go over and visit Brian. But this record is basically was Paul McCartney's project, because he did not like what Phil Spector did to Let It Be with all the orchestration. He didn't like some of the chatty clips that were added in Let It Be. And so they stripped out all the Phil Spector stuff, remixed a lot of these songs. It has an alternate track list. They took off Maggie May and Dig It and put on Don't Let Me Down, which I'm totally fine with. Now, I've had this on CD since it came out in the early 2000s. I can't remember the exact year, but I've had this on CD forever. I only listened to it a couple times, and I didn't think too much of it, but when I started getting the vinyl back, more than anything else, I just wanted to say, yes, I have this on vinyl, and I can say that now. But first thing when I woke up this morning, this first thing I did was listen to this. It's really good. I really do like it. I think I've never had any problem with the Phil Spector stuff, but I can understand, Paul McCartney's idea was the 4 lads in the studio making them, getting back to where they were, not not adding all the orchestration and stuff. So it's more like it was originally intended, but it's really good. The long and winding road on here is just fabulous. Just it's really interesting. I think I'll probably listen to this more than the regular Let It Be, just because I've heard that Let It Be. It is one of my favorite albums, and everybody gives me flack for it because apparently it's not really regarded highly in the Beatle world as a great album, but I really do like that album. But this is really good. It's a lot better than I remembered. And there's a little 7-inch little record in here, and it's called Fly on the Wall. It contains some of the little chatter and dialogue that was taken out, and then it also has, you know, starts of songs, you know, just versions of songs. But anyway, I am so excited to finally have this. I have a checklist of vinyl records that I want to get, and I had this on my checklist, and I didn't think I'd be checking this off. I checked this off today, and it was so exciting. So thank you so much, David. Go visit David at Garage Geek. He doesn't need my promotion because he has lots more followers or subscribers than I do. But he's an interesting guy. Talks a lot more than just records, but I find that interesting. I've had so many good friends on in the vinyl community. David's one. Steve from A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is for Christmas. He's also been incredibly generous with me, and I just appreciate it so much. I hope to somehow repay this kindness, and I'm going to try really hard. But this came at just the right time, David, because if you saw my Christmas special, man, the people did not like that. I lost a lot of subscribers over that Christmas thing. Feel free to watch it, but it's kind of a Beelzebub Christmas. It's not a normal Christmas thing, and apparently people didn't like that. So this may be talking about the Beatles. Will get me back up there again. So thanks again, David. This is great, and I'm just so happy to have it. I hope everybody has a happy Christmas, and I'll be getting at least one more video in before the end of the year, and I'll talk to everybody again soon. Thank you.